Fake it till you make it, kill that foolishness. Because some of y'all been faking it till you make it for 20 years. Stop faking it till you make it and really learn your craft. So for me, the third thing, I was like, yo, E, you ain't gotta fake it no more. If you really learn how to speak, like for real, you learn the science, the formula of communicating with people, bro, it's gonna kill you, which is why I was willing to do what? Lose everything.
This episode of the Secrets to Success podcast is brought to you by none other than Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, the green juice, can supercharge your life, restore that glow, and help you feel decades younger in just 30 seconds per day, without you having to worry about shopping for ingredients, mixing and blending them, and then that cleanup afterwards. You don't have to do any of that. All ingredients are USDA organic, vegan-friendly, and made without GMO ingredients, gluten, or soy. Where else can you get superfoods like chlorella, moringa, spirulina, wheatgrass, ashwagandha, turmeric, just to name a few? And because you listen to the Secrets to Success podcast, you get to save 20% on your entire order. So go right now to www.organifi.com/success. That's ORGANIFI/success. And get you and your family something that really makes a difference in your health.
You ready? All right.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
As always, what's happening, y'all? What it do?
Dr. Douglas Thomas in the building. Listen, I'm gonna be just quite frank with y'all. We just finished the pod about 5 minutes ago, and the conversation kept going and spilled over. E-meeting got pushed back, so we jumped right back on the mic, and we just gonna continue this conversation. I ain't gonna try to do no magical editing and make it look like it's the next week. It's not. It's 5 minutes after the last conversation, doggone it, and everybody was still.
But I felt like we needed to.
Yeah, we need no. We needed to put some more flesh on it, and I believe, it ain't came out yet, but I'm believing the people were like grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm seeing it down the line. Yeah. But anyway, obviously, if you didn't listen to last week, first of all,
go back.
Stop listening to this one. Go back and listen to last week. But E, man, you brought up a good point about culture. And I wanted to make sure that the people got that. And sometimes, man, when we having these discussions, these are organic. We don't always know exactly what we're gonna talk about when we come up in here. Yeah. So when we having these conversations and they're organic, we're not here for entertainment, although I know sometimes it's funny and I might play, but like we really do want y'all to get the information. So once we cut and we were in the church walking around, we were having the conversation. I was like, yo, bring that back to the people. So E, continue.
No, so what happened was he was talking and he was just like, yo, I gotta share the formula with him.
Yep.
And I'm like, C always talk about reverse engineering and making sure that it's simple and it click and you get it. And I was like, see, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's, it makes sense what you're saying, but that's not the next logical piece of information we gotta give them, because you acting like, people don't understand that if you do certain things happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I give y'all an example. It's like, people know that, unprotected sex, you can have a baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But people keep doing it. It's like, that you 15, 16, and that can bring, people still doing it. Why? Because it's something greater than
people
principle.
still smoking cigarettes.
Right.
Facts.
That blows my mind.
And the vapor boy too.
Bruh.
And I heard that's like,
it's worse than. I never even looked at it like
I don't
that.
know. But we know we got a lot of data on the cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
cigarettes been out for a minute.
Yeah, so we're not judging again, but we're saying that.
No. It's a conscious decision.
Yeah, we're saying that people have information about things that could put, like a decision that could put us in harm's way or shatter our light, but we keep doing it. So I was like, see, maybe the third podcast, maybe we do bring in the principle.
Yeah,
and you show them the formula.
No, I'm gonna bring them in.
Yeah, but I was like, yo, we got to get back to what I said. I said I didn't want to get the more expensive apartment complex because I was concerned about the school district, or I was concerned about the zip code and the water quality in that particular area, or the swimming pool and the sauna. Like, it wasn't the resources. I was concerned about how I looked in front of people when they asked, where you live?
Where you at?
And I would have to say, I'm in Westgate. Westgate, where that's at? Bruh, y'all live where? Like, that's on the other side, bruh. That ain't that like don't they got roaches? Like, don't they got, you feel me? And so I was more concerned about that than I was not looking like I was broke, not looking like, we weren't at a certain level. People like, oh, y'all got married. How y'all get married and y'all live there? Y'all shouldn't have got married. You ain't got the money. Like, I was more concerned about my image. I was more concerned about what people thought about me.
Do you think that had to do with the insecurities of, like, the GED and
No,
homeless?
I just think that's the hood. Like, I think, like I said to somebody the other day, I'm not trying to be funny, but I don't think Nike is the only shoe. But when you look around, everybody wearing Nike. Why? It's a status symbol. It's like, I don't care what shoe you wearing. Like, if you wearing a Nike, if you wearing the one, and bruh, I know it's status symbol. I know it's the culture, because there was a time we weren't wearing ones. It was just a time when I was growing up, bruh, when the ones was out, everybody went racing to the store to get ones. And even when Jordans were out and they was buying them in numbers, they weren't buying ones. Ones was like the very first shoe he had. It wasn't comfortable for him to be playing in them, I'm sure.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's
It
not
was
the
one step above Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, it was.
Converse.
It was. But people are wearing Jordans or the ones because it's a status. So for me, I think we have to address the approval syndrome, the imposter syndrome, the needing to be affirmed, and maybe daddy's not in people's lives. Maybe that's got something to do with why a lot of us have I don't know, but I'm saying to you, we cannot address the principle before we address why don't we even care about the principle. And I ain't care about the principle because I care more about, okay, again, please, I know you might be a friend of mine. You're like, E, why you telling my business? I'm not talking about nobody specific. To this day, to this day, there's still adults who would rather for you to feel like they're at a certain place economically than where they really are. There are still adults to this day that will make you think that they have a certain amount of money in their bank account. What do I mean by that? They will spend their last to dress a certain way. They'll spend their last to buy a car that they can't afford. They'll spend their last to be in a house that they probably about to go.
Man.
You gonna get, what's the word, Carl, when they, foreclosure, probably gonna happen. Repo, there are people going out their house every day. I don't know if my car gonna get repoed or not. Why? Because we still care, many of us, about what the culture and what people in our circle of influence think more than we really care about how much money do I do. Like, bro, you more concerned about what people think about you. You ain't even looking at your bank account and hurt. You're not even looking at the fact that you're living from check to check and hurt. Like, that doesn't bother you. But what bothers you is how people see you about what you really have.
So I want to go on the good side of that first, because that in itself is a crazy scenario, E. But what I want to kind of go to is when we go back to Maslow, like you going up the chart, bruh, a sense of belonging, a sense of community is wired in us. Now, it manifests in a dumb way. That's the manifestation you talk about. So now I got to dress like you, I got to be like you. But I think for real, it's just like this human need I want to feel connected. So in order for me to feel connected, I feel like I got to do what you're doing. You see what I'm saying?
Or what I perceive
you want me to do, which is where it gets ugly.
Right.
Because I don't really think about you. I don't want you to do nothing.
Right.
But now you think about what I'm thinking, absolutely. And now you're doing stuff that make you that. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like who you comparing yourself to anyway, because it's all relative. It's like it's places where we go where we super broke. You know what I'm saying?
But Carl said it. Your community.
Your community.
So y'all still flying commercial?
Right.
Yeah.
Like you still on Delta?
Right.
They looking at you like, bro, why y'all doing Delta?
Right.
Shout out to Natara. We might be doing something a little. Big. I'm somewhere between first class and private. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't quite private.
But you ain't.
But first class.
You almost out of that.
But we got a young lady who, she working some things out behind the scenes. But I'm saying, that's neither here nor there. But I'm saying, everything is relative.
It is.
So who are you comparing yourself to?
To your community.
To your community. It's who you
Unfortunately,
expose to.
Change your community. And then
No, I'm just saying, even if you go there, you're comparing to them. It's like you got to get
But I'm
to a
saying
place.
if they broke into you, then you to come on top. You can
Unless
just-
you go down,
Yeah,
right? If you
but
go
I'm
down.
just
That's
saying.
all you looking for.
Yeah, I'm just saying to Carl's point,
Yeah.
why are we stopping that community when it's self-actualization?
That-
Why are we
that's
stopping
it.
there?
Yep.
That's what most of
Okay,
us are
that's
doing.
good.
We stopping at a sense of belonging or safety.
But if you never had self-actualization, does it seem like sense of belonging and fitting in those things, then is
That's
that
the
pseudo
top for you.
self-actualization?
But it is, but it's not, because we know that's what it, like we know what the chart says. And even in our own community, we've seen people break free. We've seen people break free. And we see what it's like. But I'm gonna tell you the problem, I think most of us don't have the heart to do what it takes to break free. Like most of us, bruh, okay, and again, but I know it ain't February yet. All right, we getting close though. Bruh, I rewatched, and I hate watching Roots. I have my own reason for it. But bruh, when I watched the part where, Toby, Kunta Kinte, like, no, what's your name? Bruh, when I watched that part, you could see that there were a community of people who were enslaved, who was like, almost like, yo, he said, Kunta Kinte. Like, you could see that they was like, Kunta Kinte, like they was Kunta Kinte, like, say your name. Like, you could see they was almost living through him. But when he was getting whipped, you could see they was like, I don't know if it's worth it to be free. Like, for real, you could just see, like, that part was like, I don't know. And then it got to a part where they just kept whipping and kept whipping, kept whipping. What's your name? Trying to break him. What's your name? What's your name? Kunta Kinte. What's your name? What's your name? And he broke, Toby. And he broke because the people in the community that he looked up to was looking at him like, bruh, you know who you are. Just go ahead and say, Toby, bruh, like, stop saying just say what they want. And so there's a part of us that is liberating to be ourselves, but there's a part of us that's like, yo, if I lead a community or the community don't like me, then who am I outside of this community? And so you start doing now you notice as you get older, you don't have that same pressure that you did maybe when you was in gangs, when you was younger, or people making you do stuff. But I promise you, I remember like it was yesterday when my boys was walking me to homegirl crib and was like, yo, we was in middle school, so it's probably about 13, 14, like, yo, it's time for you to go have sex. I just remember that taking that journey and going, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm not interested in having sex with a stranger. Like, that's just not my thing. I don't want to do this. It's some other stuff they asked me to do. I ain't had no problems doing it. But that was the thing that they asked me to do. And I asked myself as an adult, like, why was you walking to do something you didn't want to do? Because I said I didn't want to do it, and they was like, oh, no, you're going to do this. What was it about me that was like, it was my boy, so they weren't about to kill me.
Right.
But what was it about the whole community thing that I just wasn't willing to say, yo, bro, I told you I wasn't doing it. I'm going home.
Right.
I got parents, bro. I got uncles. You feel me? I got uncles, bro. I got cats on the block that would have protected me from the cats that I was in school with that was I would have called Wayne or Tim in a minute. And Wayne or Tim would have came and was like, y'all sit y'all little butt down somewhere. But there was something about me not wanting to go to school the next day and not having their approval that I was willing to do something I didn't want to do to make them happy. And so there's a gang of us, and so it's like, yeah, you talk about making money, but the bigger problem ain't making money. The bigger problem is I could save. I'm not stupid or dumb. You give me the formula, I know how to do it, but I got a bigger problem of when I pull up in my community, I want the vehicle that's gonna make me look like I'm doing something.
When you think about life insurance, like what comes to mind? Right, and I'll kind of give you three categories. On the low end, there's people that are thinking about just being able to pay for funeral expenses. I don't have to expense my family. I can take care of myself if anything ever happens. I should say when it happens. Or you have the group that understands that it's kind of a way that I could leave money back for my family. I can still take care of them when I'm gone, all right? And I want to put it to the highest tier for you. And you're close. That group, you're close. Man, life insurance is a personal and generational wealth building strategy that has been used by the wealthy for years. And we believe it's our job to share this information with you, right? So listen, we all hope that we never need life insurance, but mortgage payments, childcare, and other expenses, they won't just disappear when you're gone. Life insurance through your workplace may not offer enough protection for your family's needs, and it won't follow you if you leave your job. Since life insurance typically gets more expensive as we age, now is the time to buy. Policy Genius gives you a smarter way to find and buy the right coverage for you and your family. I'm constantly looking to increase my life insurance. I'll be honest, it's a great feeling to know that your family's taken care of. But then on another level, I remember reading the book Becoming Your Own Bank by Nelson Nash, and that book revolutionized my thoughts about life insurance. Like it's a real, tangible wealth building strategy. So listen, guys, Policy Genius was built to modernize the life insurance industry. Their technology makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from top companies like AIG and Prudential, and in just a few clicks, find your lowest price. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $17 per month for $500,000 of coverage. You heard me correctly. And more importantly, Policy Genius has licensed agents who can help you find options that offer coverage in as little as 1 week and avoid all the unnecessary medical exams. They're not incentivized to recommend one insurer over another, so you can trust their guidance. There are no added fees, and your personal information is private. No wonder they have thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and Trustpilot. Listen, your loved ones deserve a financial safety net. You deserve a smarter way to find and buy it. Head to policygenius.com or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. Again, that's policygenius, policygenius.com.
Yeah, but I think my advice is not contrary to that.
Yeah.
My advice is do it so you can do it for real.
No question.
Does that make sense?
Oh, no question.
I'm not trying to keep you from it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, no. I live a decent lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to tell you that there's an order in which you could do it to where your steps are correct and it feels right and you're not constantly in chase
And
mode.
there's no break. Right, because that's the hardest part.
Yeah, you get it,
the hardest
and
part is
then-
you get it, you lose it, you get it, or not lose it, but you get it, you don't have it, you get it, you don't have it.
Or
you
the
get it.
stress of
keep
constantly
it.
trying to keep it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, check to check is a different type of stress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being for real. And I wanted to put myself in a position where you always say, how many things got to go wrong for us to go broke? I'm talking about a lot. I'm talking about, now listen, I ain't up here trying to say stuff can't happen.
Don't,
If I'm up
don't
on
be
this
manifesting
podcast,
nothing now.
right, Diddy, I'm going to manifest the company going under.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, there would have to be a period, because not because we sweet, but because of the leverage we
principles.
built and the principles, that there would have to be like 72 things in a row go wrong for us to be like, okay.
No, and can I
you see what I'm
I
saying?
want to
Like,
explain it though.
Right.
I want to tell
but
somebody.
I'm saying, if you live so close to the vest that one income stream drop, it's like, boom, it's done.
So to your point, if you're living from money to money, like that's your focus. That's not our focus. So here's what I told somebody. It's like, yo, E, you don't never really be doing like mass media, never doing. I said, here's what I realized a long time ago. If somebody else builds it for you, they can also take it from you.
Facts.
It is what it is. If somebody built your career, they can take it from you.
At any point.
They had the power to take it from you. I said, so the way I did it is harder, but I guarantee you the people whose lives I poured into, you ain't about to tell them to stop rocking with me. You're not about to stop, Eric, blah, 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 blah. You're not about to convince them that I didn't help them get through their marriage. I didn't help them get through cancer. You're not about to, now, if I let some magazine blow me up, so I could have easily followed that route. I didn't want to do it. Why? Not because I have anything against it. I just don't want somebody else to be in control. Listen to me. Here's bottom line. So to C's point, yes, I used to be the person that cared more about what you thought about than whatever. So how did everything change? Step one, I stopped caring about what other people thought. Why? Because I realized I was building on sand. So I would say when Jalen was born, when my son was born, I realized, oh, this ain't no popularity contest no more. This ain't no popularity contest no more. Or you got somebody that does not need you to perceive. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't need perception of wealth with Jalen. Oh, you need wealth. Right. Like, you need, they going to college. You need wealth. Jaden was born. You need wealth to feed them. You can't feed them off what somebody think about you. You need, and then what you don't want to do is, because of Didi, you don't want a lifestyle. I'm sorry. You don't want a paycheck. You want a lifestyle. So I start realizing, number one, yo, you got kids now. What other grown people think about you is not your business. And you trying to pretend like that's not your business. Number two, you need a lifestyle. How do you do a lifestyle? You do a lifestyle Man, I don't remember where come on, God, please help me. I was somewhere. Oh, I was on the radio. I was in Houston. I was on with Uncle, Funky Larry. And bro, I promise y'all, we in the studio with him. He's been doing it for 44 years. Congressman Sheila Jackson came and honored him, right? Bruh, I promise you, we was in the studio with him for 40 minutes. He was hitting buttons. This is like funky. This is the funky one, Jay. Larry, we don't want to manage this. What you got over there? Okay, but I got, little man, come on over here. Okay, E, hold on one second. E, we said something wrong. Let's go back. I said, bro, that's why he getting paid. That's why he's doing this for 44 years, because he really know doggone what he doing. There wasn't no guesswork in that room. And I was like, yo, y'all don't get it. If you learn something like this and you know something like this, like the back of your hand, fundamentally, you can close your eyes and do it. This is how you get paid. You don't get paid trying to pretend like you know what you're doing when you don't know what you're doing so you can get paid. Fake it till you make it, kill that foolishness. Because some of y'all been faking it till you make it for 20 years. Stop faking it till you make it and really learn your craft. So for me, the third thing, I was like, yo, E, you ain't got to fake it no more. If you really learn how to speak, like for real, you learn the science, the formula of communicating with people, bro, it's gonna kill you, which is why I was willing to do what? Lose everything. Lose my wife, separate from my wife and my kids. I have them on the weekend. She got them during the week. Separate from Huntsville, separate from Pastor Doggett and the phenomenal Madison mission. But I was willing to separate from all of it to come to Michigan State. Why? Because I knew if I came to Michigan State University and got a master's degree, that I would really, really know America and I would really know how things work and I can go in the industry and kill it.
So what if you have a spouse or somebody who ain't on that same page?
I was really willing to lose everything. I was really willing to. Y'all talked to Didi, y'all heard Didi. Didi said, go up on your own. I said, the devil is a lie, you coming with me. She came and kicking and pissed the whole night.
Yeah, I'm talking about for a couple of years.
Bruh, pissed, kicking, scratching. Here's the deal though, I said it before. Nobody fusses with evidence. People only fuss with dreams. People only get mad at you because of your dreams and ideas. Don't nobody scratch and kick for implementation. Ain't nobody pissed about implementation. So when I came here, I had to do exactly what I said I was gonna do. I had to get a degree. That's the only thing I said I was coming here for. Again, Didi will tell you, I was not taking gigs, I was not working, I was using that little $1,200 they was giving me, that's it. And then Didi found a job.
What was you doing with the 10,000?
Oh, here's what I did with the 10,000. Here's what I did with the 10,000.
Where the 10,000?
No, y'all need to know about the 10,000. Because what he just said is funny, but it's real. A lot of you will never go to the next level because you stuck on that 10,000. You're not willing to give up the 10,000. I was willing to give up speaking for 2 years for the 10,000 times 10,000. And to meet the people that was going to help me go. No, for real, I'm just being real. A lot of y'all would have stayed in Huntsville because you was doing well. You would have you'd have been looking at that 10 grand like, it's life. I looked at that 10 grand like, ooh.
Holding me back.
This is holding me back. I was like, ooh, I got to get up out of here. Because if I can do this with this ignorance, with this little experience, I know what I can do if I go. And can I tell y'all the truth? I probably shared this with y'all, but I was coming for 2 reasons. I was coming, one, to get information, but I was also coming to surround myself with a different group of people. I had been to Michigan State. Most of y'all, maybe you followed the story, you didn't pay attention. I started coming here in 96. I didn't come to Michigan State until 2003. I started coming in 96. And when I would come, they would bring me back twice sometimes. I was working in the city with my boy Bogan and Mr. Cleveland. I was at Michigan State with Rodney and the crew. I was going to games. I was seeing that Izzo them had won a championship. Bro, I'd come back and they had won a national title. They were going to the Final Four. I was like, yo, bro, this environment is going to do way more for me, community. I was like, I love where I am, but I ain't trying to be funny. We stopped at a 4-year degree. Carl, I was so ignorant about college, I didn't even know the difference between college and university. I didn't know Oakwood College wasn't a university. I didn't know the difference between the two. I just thought they was all the same. And when I started coming to Michigan State, I said, oh, this is university.
It's more degrees.
Oh, they got more degrees? Oh, this is more. Oh, you could get it. And with more degrees, you can make more money. Oh, with more degrees, people going to take you more serious. I was like, oh, that's why at Oakwood, doctor, you can't even become that here. I'm looking at Dr. Dawkins, I can't even become what he is staying here. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go where I can become more. So that third thing was like, you gotta really learn it. And when you learn it, and then when you get around 4, you get around a different community. And literally, I was around a community of young people, bruh, who was just on something different. I don't know what it was, but that environment was different. So I'm saying to y'all, I had to give up the cultural norms. I had to give up not just the city, I had to give up the cultural norms of what you driving, what you living in, to the cultural norms of what kind of degrees you getting, what kind of certifications you getting, what's your next move, what's your goal, what's your 5-year, what's your 10-year. They just talk different at a university than they talk. Once you hit the 4, people don't realize it, but the reason why people start declining at the 4, because once you hit the 4, it ain't nothing else to do. I came here, bruh, I'm talking about Dak Bovey running circles around.
A master's degree is like graduating from elementary school at
now.
Michigan State.
Yeah.
It is,
They're looking
bruh.
at you like, oh, you got a master's.
Oh, that's cute. Good job.
Because that's the...
I'm back in the neighborhood, they like, master's.
Hey, they're asking, where they do that at?
I'm just saying, though, if you really think about it, the natural step, like, you got high school, college, football, basketball, you go to the pros. At the university level, the natural progression is 4-year degree is that you just playing around.
That's minimum, yeah.
Now, afterwards, everybody asking you, when you finish, what you going grad school?
Graduate program.
What's you feel me? So I want them to see.
Me, I was like, oh, hell no. None of that. No. I didn't think I was doing that. He made me do that foolishness.
And I
didn't
had
want to do that.
Because as we go in the world, that's just the natural
I did not
progression.
want, I promise you, I didn't want to do that.
None of us did.
I barely
Well,
finished
Carl may want
undergrad.
that.
Environment.
Yeah.
It's what I had to do. It wasn't an option. Like, I knew I had to go to
Carl
school.
got his master's at 13.
It's put in his brain for sure.
So environment 1, coming from Barbados, science, culture, whatever, school is important.
Yeah.
But then secondly, I got here and I'm on a visa. And if I'm gonna stay in the country, I gotta be back in school. So I tell people, I got 2 masters not because I'm smart. It was out of necessity. I wanted to stay in the country, so I gotta find a different way. I wanted to ask you, are you free of it? Or at this level, is there other
He still
areas?
be trying to floss a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He catch
I'm
himself
just being
every
real.
now and then.
Are you
Doing
free?
Flossing.
About what though? What is that?
Just want money. You know what I'm saying?
Are you free? Like, if,
No, I
if
didn't
you
know
were-
what you meant. What you mean when I say am I free?
No, I'm saying you said
of public opinion.
of the public opinion
any
of
type
community.
I'll say
perception
this. I'm
he
free
been
of,
free.
I'm free of the
When he started
evil.
preaching in socks and the hat, I think he was free. Once he kept wearing his hat, and I'm talking about everywhere.
That's against culture.
He would listen with the hat boy. It was like, all right, church. He would be like, all right, cool. Let me go ahead and pull it off.
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
real.
when he started preaching, I'm talking about not only at here,
Wherever
at
he
other
went.
people's church. I said, oh, it's really over. He really don't care. Because I always saw that in you, but the church house was like the last place where, not because God, but because of
the
what
culture.
you thought. Yeah,
the culture. I always tell people it's the culture because the mothers is wearing big old hats.
Oh, no doubt.
So I knew hats couldn't have been demonic. they had them all.
On top of the hats is expensive, too.
It was just the culture.
Yeah.
But you were right. When I became free of the culture norms, like, yo, some of them norms, you can't even tell me why we
probably
did it.
when you finished up at the other church, I would say that was...
No question.
Because there was still...
But I was still over here doing it a little bit. You feel
Were
me?
you?
Yeah.
At the
Remember, we had to
beginning.
talk about it at the beginning.
beginning.
Oh,
I was
really?
talking to you because I was still concerned about people that was here
Oh,
from
yeah,
that
yeah,
culture.
yeah,
You feel me? But like you said, when I stopped wearing shoes, I was wearing my socks. At that point, I became free. But Carl, I don't think you ever become free of the responsibility of your culture because I love my people and I love my culture and I'm super responsible. But not the evil part of it that don't make sense to people just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell y'all something, more than money, just the freedom of being you. Didi was getting on me. Now, okay, so flossing, we're gonna go flossing. So Didi got on me. I was like, yeah, you say whatever you wanna say, but we got to eat. So I've been on the train, the tram, whatever you call it when you're at the airport, you get on, and I see young people, what's up, man? I love your video. I was like, did you get the book? It was like, the book, you got a new book?
No,
I was
that
like,
was yesterday.
Yeah, the book. I was like,
with you.
yeah. I said, yeah, I said, you didn't get the New York Times bestseller book?
Oh, he told her.
Yeah.
No, he was like, yeah, a little New York Times bestseller.
Come on. Yeah.
A little bestie best.
You know what I'm saying? Come on. You feel me?
I
and my
wasn't
wife
mad.
was on something. I was like, no.
No, it was later on. Didi was like, bro, about 2 hours later,
Yeah.
Didi was like, Oh yeah, like you was telling them folks on the train, you had that New York Times bestseller.
I was like, absolutely.
I worked hard.
I worked hard. And so I'm about to, and I said, I wasn't flossing, I'm trying to push the book. So if I just say a book, they might be like, I don't know, we know E for speaking, not for writing. So I gotta add New York Times, because apparently, have you heard? Because apparently if it hit the New York, somebody think it's sweet,
Hey,
you might want to go grab
on.
it. And I told Didi, I said, what I'm not gonna do is I'm not going to write a book and sell a book for 4 weeks because the New York Times said it was sweet. No, we about to sell this for the next 3-4 years because this is gonna take me off the road. So yes, I am gonna say something about it. So I do think, Carl, I still care about the community and I still wanna fit in. I do. I still wanna fit in. I still wanna, be a contributing force in our community and in the world. But some of that, doing it to get people's affirmation or approval, I'm not on that. And can I tell you this? Once you stop doing that, bruh, you really do go to another level, and I think this is why. You waste a lot of energy trying to prove stuff to people, and I don't even mean energy being with you. I mean, Carl, the energy that I wasted worrying about what you was thinking was more, we weren't even together. And I'm not, when I talk to my mom, I'm like, yo, Mom, let's talk real. Like, I don't want the pressure of, let's just be real. And when we finish being real, what's the solution? My sisters, my wife, me and D, I'm like, D, while we are doing very well, it's still another level of real that we need to get to. Like, we got another level of real.
What you mean by that?
So for instance, our lifestyle. I'm like, I want to be in Cali. My wife loved Michigan. So we had to have a real conversation. I was like, yo, what we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it 100. We on different pages with this. And I'm not gonna try to sit here and act like I bought a house that I don't wanna be in. But I love you, and I wanna be where you are. I'd rather be with you than be with, you know what I'm saying? So I told her yesterday, I was like, here, let me just be honest with you. I made up in my mind. I'm not, Cali is not in my mind. I know we got Thanksgiving with your family. You probably wanna do Christmas with the church. And 1,000, you probably want to open up the new year with the church. I was like, bump Cali into January 2nd. Like, flat out. Let's just keep it 1,000. Because
what she want to do Valentine's?
Whatever she want to do. Because Sweetie's Day just came. Ain't nobody said nothing about Sweetie's Day.
When was that?
I found out at 10:30 p.m.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody told me at 10:30 p.m. it was Sweetie's Day.
And you know why? For those of you in the audience, you never heard of Sweetie's Day, it's Valentine's Day for men.
For men, yeah.
And so you don't see it nowhere.
Is it just Michigan?
And no, somebody else was somewhere else, and they was like, "Yep, maybe y'all don't know about this because y'all live in Michigan." I was like, "Oh, I know about it."
No, for sure.
I know about it. It's just the world don't care about it.
Yeah,
so
it's randomly in October.
So we're gonna do whatever she want. But watch this, just being real, and again, fake is so many things, y'all. Fake is not just you doing it for other people. Sometimes you fake for your spouse. You being fake for your spouse, you're not being real. And so I told her, I was just like, yo, D, I'm just being honest with you, like, I'll really be in the, the warm weather, work hard, whatever. And she said to me, keeping it real, I'm so grateful I was honest with her. She was like, listen to me very closely. You acting like, because we got to do Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year here, because that's what, I want to do, the church, of course. It's our church, of course I want to do with them. She was like, but you're acting like there are not other days that we can be there. We can go and spend a week there and then come back here. And I was like, oh, okay. It just didn't seem like, you were so on being here and you love the fact that you get to go to the church and work and whatever. She's like, yeah, that is the truth. But it doesn't mean we can't talk and work out something where both of us can get.
Let me know when y'all not gonna be there so I can be
no
out there.
doubt. Oh, no doubt.
Y'all can
We're going to use this house.
Thanksgiving,
it was cold
Christmas,
this morning.
New Year.
Yeah, it started getting cold. I want to go back real quick because I think maybe we missed something that was critical there. Do you like school?
No.
I mean, I would venture, is hate too strong a word?
No, not for school.
Okay. No.
Not for the structural parts.
No. I'm saying, I know, again, Carl, maybe culturally, he might have liked
No, I ain't like it.
Okay,
Don't get me wrong.
No. Like, I hate
Carl
school.
make it seem like he liked it.
No, listen.
Oh, no,
listen.
I'm glad to hear you say it.
It was
Listen.
the process.
I'm glad to hear you say
I
it.
like it.
Shout out to Yanni. Yanni at Michigan State, my daughter at Michigan State, she taking Psych 101. She told me she was taking Psych 101, and I felt a physical reaction in my body to when I failed that class. Like,
So do most of you
right.
took it.
But I want to, like, look, this is important. So not only did you leave Huntsville,
And the 10,000.
Thousands of dollars speaking.
You know what
I'm talking about
the 10,000.
10 a watt
Yeah.
in 92.
And I was gonna say back then.
Bruh, he was killing the game.
Yeah.
Married, your wife got a job, all of that. You left it for, for something you hate.
Hated it.
I'm saying you left for something you, not like, oh, okay, I'm leaving, but we about to go. I'm speaking up there. I'm just going up there to speak all day, every day. I'm going up to even be a pastor, something that you have a passion for, a gift, a natural knack for it. You left something great and something fantastic for something you hate in order to get to out of this world. And it's so crazy now because I look at young people and it's like, if they don't want to do it, they just don't do it.
Ain't doing it.
Like, I don't really want to work. Like somebody that offered you an opportunity, even if it could take you to a whole nother level, you do what you want to do. I'm telling you, it's so funny, man. My wife, like she told my kids, because now my kids, like I wasn't thinking, like I'm gonna just be real. We were having a conversation while we were in Mexico. And you know, we have our thankfulness at the end of the night. And I think Avery was like, I'm just thankful Daddy makes a lot of money. We could come to Mexico and da-da-da-da-da. And she was like, what about Mommy? And she was like, oh, Mommy, you don't work. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, and I was like, whoa, that is kind of deep. One, Avery was 2 when Candace retired, so she really don't know Candace for having no job. Trey like, oh, I remember, he don't either. But what I was saying was, like, dog, it's crazy when you get to a point, even with your kids, where they understand and they looking like, oh, okay, this is what it is. You feel me? Like, it was, where was I going with that? Help me out. What was we talking about before that?
So you was talking about the fact that he left to do something he hate.
Okay, you left to do something you hate. So when this is crazy, Candace was like, remind your kids. She was like, your dad wasn't always doing what he doing now. Cause now, it's crazy. My kid, I looked at my kids, bro. We went to Austin 2 weekends in a row. Toby's show sold out, thousands of people. They backstage, they in the trailer, they eating, doing all of this, and they had no idea. And Candace was like, yeah, you know what? Mommy don't work anymore, but Mommy did. I said, first of all, your mother worked super hard, and she's the reason we're in this position, first of all. And I said, and she said, yep. And she said, your daddy wasn't always doing the most glamorous stuff either. And it was crazy, dog. I literally thought back, y'all, to when I was hustling. It was some political thing. You remember that? With the things that I was having people sign?
Oh, yeah, I do. You had your cousins with you too, didn't you?
I had everybody
Yeah,
with
your cousins was doing it.
Bro, listen to me.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
was getting paid like $1 a signature.
Wow.
Bro, it was a stack of like, for voting or something crazy like that. Bro, I'm talking about with a master's degree. Before me and Candace left, I was out in Lansing. This is a small place. I'm just telling you. And I was a star football player. Homecoming, you got, like, I was that dude here, even back then. And I took them things, and I would go to somebody's office downtown. They would hand me a stack of them. Jamie, I think I could make like up to like 250 a day, something like that. And they all had to be original signatures everywhere. Bro, I was at the bus stop. I was outside Kroger. I was hustling. I had the little cats. I was telling them, look, I give you 50 cents for everyone you bring back. And I had a whole system working. And I'm like, you think I wanted to, like, bro, I hated doing that. And it's like, dog, like, I was looking at the bigger picture of, yes, I might look silly right now and people might see me like, yo, what is C doing? And a couple of my homies did see me like, bro, what you doing? Like, you out here like getting signatures, like you look crazy. And I'm like, yo, you think about what he just said, bro, giving up great to go do something you hate. And some of you so in your feelings, like, if you ain't feeling it, oh, I don't want to go work there. What? Oh, I'm above going. I'm like, bro, it's crazy. Like, you above what? I'm like, dog, do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. And now these kids, they want to do what they want to do. Right now. And then when they end up not being able to do forever what they want to do, they confused. But I'm telling you, it was such a thing back in the day, for real, as sacrifice, as effort, as hustle. Like, you think I really enjoyed, like, not getting a check and borrowing money from my mom with a master's degree? I was the first one in my family to go to college. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm talking about college, let alone graduate with a degree and a master's degree. Everybody thought I was gonna be rich, and I'm borrowing money from my mom who worked at CVS and my dad who worked at GM. I'm borrowing money to stay afloat. And I'm like, dog, those are some dark days to get to where you want to get to. And sometimes you just look at this, you looking at the podcast stuff like, oh man, that's sweet, they doing this. It's like, no, what he talking about is real, bruh. He gave up a whole middle upper class lifestyle to go live in an apartment and go to school, which he hated. He had a stroke in class. That's how much he hated school. He fell out. He just passed out. They told E to rewrite a paper. He just fell out on the floor. Jamie, come on, boom. He just hit the floor. They were like, what's wrong with my man? You done told me he had to rewrite the paper. He died. And he died and came back to life to write that paper.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? Hey, you know what's so crazy about what C's saying? Like, yo, and I'm not suggesting y'all do this. I promise you I'm not.
Yeah.
But not only did I leave all of that, I left it to do the thing I was weakest at. Like when you talk about
that you was weakest at and that you hated.
Bruh, and when you talk about embarrassment.
That's a different level of sacrifice.
You know how embarrassing it is to be in your 30s, bruh, and you in a master's program at a predominantly white institution, and you one of the only African-American men in there, and you represent everybody.
The only.
Yeah, and you represent everybody, and you talking, you saying words that ain't words.
Frantic.
I'm just saying.
I was in there frantic.
I'm just saying. I was doing that.
Back.
And so here we laughing. There, it ain't funny, bro.
No,
so I'm just being real.
That's pressure.
No, I'm saying you in a white world and you not saying the right words and you writing on a.
And they looking at you
they
like,
let you know.
But let me tell y'all something. We joking, they don't be joking, bruh. They be embarrassing you. Like flat out. What did you say? Bruh. When it's time to do study groups, you know what it feel like? Don't nobody want to study with you? Bruh. Bruh. And the only saving grace was, as C talked about his experience, is I was a good speaker.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind getting up and speaking. If they didn't have a fear for speaking, if they didn't have a fear of public speaking, I got the stuff. They told me what they want me to say. I got up and said it. Listen to what C's saying. I took 8 years of embarrassment, of pure embarrassment. People looking at me
stress.
like, stress, time away from my family, everything, y'all, to be the #1 motivational speaker in the world. That's why I tell y'all, I don't have a choice. This is why when the publishing company wanted to give me the advance, I didn't take it. Bruh, that was almost $500,000. I didn't take it because I don't need you to take away the thing that's painful for me. Y'all don't get it. You want to be comfortable. It's actually your comfort that's killing you.
That's what you want.
That's really what's killing you is your comfort.
You want to be comfortable and you want to blow up.
And it
I'm
don't
cool
work
with
like
comfortable.
that.
As long as you're comfortable
both.
and stay out my face acting like you want to blow up.
I'm just saying, I realize, Eric, while comfort does something for you, being uncomfortable does something equally great. And you can't always put yourself in a situation where it's comfort. Like, yo, y'all, I'm about to get on the road. Listen to me. I told my wife, I said, look, the book is blowing up. I can't help that. But I got a gig, a book associated in Phoenix at whatever time on Thursday, and then I got to catch a red eye because they don't have no flights till red eye to get to Atlanta. I said, stay at the crib. She's like, no, I'm gonna go. I said, girl, you can't. I can't put this stress on you, but this is something that I have to do. I make enough money where I don't have to get on, this is the end of the year. I don't have to get on the road. But my son was like, Dad, I'll go. I was like, I need to do this one by myself. He's like, I'll drive you. I said, I need to drive by myself. He said, why? I was like, I gotta keep the hunger, bro. Like, I gotta stay hungry. I cannot allow myself to get to a point where I kick my shoes up because as I watch humans, that's the part. I'm looking at other cats who are doing well for themselves and I'm seeing a different, you sit different now than you did when you first started. When you first started, you was sitting up. You was like, okay, we need this podcast to blow up. We need to speak it about whatever. Now I'm watching you. I'm watching
That's
you.
That's my swagger, though. I ain't trying to stun on nobody.
And I'm not,
just, you know, Jamie, that's just when you make a few dollars, you can sit like this. You ain't got to do this. You can come out your comfort zone and just go right here.
Because Deion had the same swagger when he was with Florida
all the way
State.
through.
All the way through. So that's why I appreciate Deion. Deion always been Deion. Prime ain't never changed.
Yeah.
But there's people who you were a little bit more humble, you were a little bit more, whatever you were. And now And I'm like, God, whatever you do, don't take this hunger from me, because the swag didn't get me here.
I want people to hear that. You know the area that you're comfortable in.
No question.
And you got to put some pressure on that area.
I got to put pressure on myself.
Yeah.
I have to. I can't do it. It's a principle. I can't do what I want to do when I want to do it. So, do I want to drive to the Detroit airport? Absolutely not. Do I want to be reading and studying when I'm on the plane? Absolutely not. Do I need to take a break? Bro, the other day I took a break. I don't want y'all to think I'll take a break. It was Saturday morning. We had to do Houston.
He called me and apologized for the break. I was like, you good, bro?
Yeah, he hit me up. We spoke, and I was like, I'm good. And my wife was just like, yo, just hold me. And I was holding her like, she's asleep. I could be up right now. I could be killing the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, you sleep. All right, you ain't even up.
Just hold me.
You don't even know I'm holding you.
Just hold me.
You don't even know that I'm holding you right now. You know, but the Lord was like, I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to hold her, and I need you to stop thinking about everything else, and I just need you to hold her.
Yeah.
Stop thinking about work. Because this is why you said you wanted to go to work, so that you could hold her whenever you wanted to hold her. And you did what you needed to do to get to this. Just chill. She hit me up like, we started at 7. 12, Houston book thing. What time you gonna be there? I was like, I'm leaving at 12. I'll be there when I get there. You feel me? And I had to just chill. So this is not just grind, but it's like, do yourself a favor. When you grind and you get there, just know that the principles that help you get there they don't go away because you got there. I'm just being real. So whatever got you there, when you get there, don't think you can abandon what got you there now, that you there and you just gonna always be there because you're there. No, that's not the truth. You are there, you need to enjoy there, but there's some things that you did to get you there, and you gotta do those things. So a kid hit me up and was like, you said 120, I think you should start getting on more shows, whatever. I said, listen to me, young man, I respect your counsel. Here's the deal, you're right. I'm not gonna rely on mass media, but I can go harder on the people that follow me, and I can challenge them more, and I can ask them to help me more, and I can give them more opportunities to help. But the other thing, I'm not doing that.
Perfect segue. We need y'all to go to etbulk.com. etbulk.com. All right, listen, we hit the New York Times bestseller. Done. Thank y'all. Y'all are amazing. Now our next mission is to get into these schools with the book and to get into these prison systems with the book. So you can go to etbulk.com. Listen, it's a 5, a 20, 100, a 200, whatever you want to do. But now, again, for those of y'all, you doing well, you read the book, it changed your life, you like, yo, I got to bless some people. Man, go to etbulk.com and buy a bunch of them, all right? Buy a bunch of them. Buy 5, buy 10, buy 100, buy 200.
And I'm going to tell y'all why. We're in the state of New York. Yep. We're in their prison system and our youth detention center.
Huge.
We're in Michigan. We're in Boston. Just got a call today from a kid. His father is the lieutenant in California. So we'll be in California. Unfortunately, they made bad decisions. Okay, yes, we all have.
Yep.
They can't buy the book.
And you just ain't get caught.
Right. You didn't get caught. I got caught and still didn't get what I deserved. All right, so let that be known.
Carl got caught, but that was just shacking, so the Lord was not pleased, but he was straight on the legal tip. You know what I'm saying? Carl,
Maul, where are you, Maul?
He was in a different prison.
We need you, Maul. He coming back for us, Maul. You ain't here. He coming for us, Maul.
Carl was in a different prison.
We need you, Maul.
No.
He coming for us, Maul.
No.
Get your butt back in here and do that little thing you do.
Carl definitely got caught. With his pants down.
Hey, on the prison thing, let me be real. Let me ignore that.
The drinks, healthy drinks, sponsored by.
No, I want to finish what you were saying for real. I'm gonna ignore like the prison thing for real. And we talk about people not getting reformed. Like we're trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good people sitting in jail.
It is.
They made bad mistakes. There's some other people, but there are people in there that made mistakes that just need the right information to get their life together, and they can do it from in there. We don't want to wait till they get out. So we need y'all help with that.
And it's a curriculum to go with it.
Right.
So it's a curriculum to help them with their vocabulary, to help them with their critical thinking skills, to help them to test better, so they don't have to be on the podcast getting joked. So I'm working with y'all kids. I got y'all, all right? So, but yeah, etbulk.com.
etbulk.com. Go there right now. Also, go to Phenomenal Life 2023. All right, Phenomenal Life 2023.
Because there may not be a 2024, contrary to popular belief.
Hey, listen,
We'll see.
Get it while it's good. Phenomenal Life 2023. Listen, man, we going in. Anybody who's ever been there know we're going to have a good time. I ain't gonna lie, the party was turned up last time. We had a silent listening part. Oh, bro,
that was
off
next
the chain.
level.
The funnest time, man.
Hey,
We're gonna have a good time.
Listen to me. We want all our family there.
I was gonna say, your kids can
we
come
want
too.
all our
absolutely.
family there. For
Yeah,
real.
no, our
Everybody that
kids
rock
there.
with us,
Yeah, nah.
this might be the last one. I need
My
to see you.
parents there, my kids there.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all come hang out, man. Shout out to my guy Doc, who came out to 120 and was like, he just texted me, bro. And he was just like, I'm gonna show you. Doc texted me yesterday and he was like, bro, once you get around the energy, he was like, bro, I'm tripping for real. He was like, look what he said. He was like, he just said, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? He's like real-time footage. He's like, bro, I'm just different. He was like, I'm different.
He said, I drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, he was like, I'm different. He was like, bro, I'm different.
Yeah.
He was like, bro,
nothing like
he was like, I've been watching y'all on the pod.
Yeah.
He was like, but to come and actually be in the environment. So shout out to Doc doing his thing.
Hey, and know that, like, if you don't drink or nothing like that, like for real, you can come. We having some clean fun. So I know some
now you
of y'all
can't hang out with me.
Yeah, you can't hang out with me. But no, for real, I'm just thinking some of y'all thinking like, oh no, I don't want to. No, it ain't like. I promise y'all.
Yeah.
Your kids can come.
Yeah,
I promise you,
for
they're
sure.
gonna have a good time. And you're not gonna have to be
Fantastic.
like, oh, I can't bring
All
it.
our
No.
families are there, man. An incredible time. We got some super stuff for y'all. We're gonna learn. We're gonna do presentations, workshops,
And it's a
personal
good, it's a
development,
good balance.
economic development. It's a good balance. We got some excursions, and we also have several different package levels. So if you're worried about the price, just go on there. Email Cam, K-A-M, Quinney, Q-U-I-N-N-E-Y at etinspires.com, Cam Quinney at etinspires.com, and just ask her any questions. Reach out to her. She'll let you know how to get set up. It's not till May. Candace's birthday, May 2nd, so we're going to be celebrating my wife's birthday, as always. Speaking of birthdays, man, well, shoot, I don't know when this episode coming out, but I got like couple weeks left.
I'm talking about, I'm right there
to the
before
Lordy
you.
Lordy.
Oh yeah, you about to be right there.
Yeah,
Oh, come on in.
Yeah,
Come on in.
Funky good.
CJ crossing over.
Yeah, I'm coming. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I've been holding it down for the 30s
for
a long
Them
time
days
on this
over.
pod.
Them days is over.
We started this pod, I was like 32. Bro, I'm about to hit
Them days over. Yeah, it's
32,
about 6, 7
33,
years.
Yeah.
I was in my 40s. I forgot all about that. Let's bring back the hands of time.
You know what I'm saying?
He's crossing over.
And maybe we'll talk about it on the episode, but I mean, I feel fantastic, but it is like, whoa. Like, I just remember being young and somebody being like, you 40, and being like, damn.
You about to die.
Oh, bro.
You about to die.
What? In 40?
Yeah.
But man.
Nas young.
Hey,
40 young now.
Shout out to my
so
pops.
young.
Anytime my pops be like, oh, your age, you be like, oh, I'm 52. He'd be like, oh, okay. He'd be like, hey, beats the alternative. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
The alternative is you didn't hit it.
Your edge ain't grown.
You know what I mean? So we'll talk about that. We'll also get Maul back soon. So Maul, yeah, please. Maul might not be flexing when he come back. Maul he had a couple.
Let's just say
ailments.
edge is catching up with him.
Yeah, Maul pulling up.
That football league.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and I got to tell that story too. Oh, I got a story for y'all.
All right, wait till Maul get
Let's
here.
get it. Yeah, let's get it with Maul.
man.
Let's get it
We
where he
gonna
can
wait till
defend
he get
himself.
here. Yeah.
No, he didn't got to. No, he was there. He know. I got video to prove it. Wait, look, how's
week.
that for a teaser?
Yeah, next week.
Hey, we'll see y'all next. Love you. We'll see you next week.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You make this, you concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart.
Thank you so much for rocking with us as always, right? We don't take it lightly, guys. And we hope that we've provided transformation and not just information. We want you to become the best version of yourself, right? Make sure you check out the show notes to access all the important links and get your product discounts. Now, one favor we're asking of you, do us this favor. Make sure you subscribe and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We want to know your feedback on how we can serve you better. And if there's anyone that you think could benefit from listening to this show, please, I'm begging you, please share it with them. And remember, as E always says, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.